Everybody, welcome back to another episode of Standing on Sports. We're your host, David, Matt, and Sean. We got a good one in store for y'all today. Starting off with college football, we're going to be doing our playoff predictions. We got some cool graphics up. We're also going to do an SEC tier list. Nothing's planned for that, so it's probably going to be some mayhem. So I'm excited for that. And then moving on to NFL, we also have our playoff predictions and all of our award predictions. So like MVP, Coach of the Year, and all the other ones. So let's hop right into it. I'm going to share my screen and pull up our graphics that we worked very hard on. Let's see what we got here. All right. Playoff predictions. All right, here we are.
Dun-dun-dun.
You know, I was looking at all y'all's graphics when I was making this, and like, Sean, you got some hot takes with like
Not
Arizona.
really.
Arizona's the spiciest one, I think.
I think Arizona. Yeah, that's really the only one. Arizona, I find interesting in the top four. You think they're going to win the Big 12?
They have to be in the top four.
What do you mean they have to be in the top
Because
Because
four?
if
they're
they
winning
win,
the
if
Big
they win Big
12.
12, they're fourth. And he thinks they're winning Big 12 for some.
Oh, okay.
If
Fair
you recall
enough.
from episode 1.
Okay.
Now, are we just diving into these or?
I mean,
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, well, let me defend my Arizona take then.
All right. I'll let you defend your Arizona take.
I think the Big 12 is the worst conference this year,
Mm-hmm.
and
I agree with that.
in turn, I have Arizona winning, and I have Kansas playing them, but at the same time, it could be Utah, it could be Oklahoma State, it could be Kansas State. Like,
That's
I
the
don't
thing.
really think there's like a true cut winner. I just like Arizona's offense.
That's fair. The only thing with me in Arizona is because like we go way, but now she know. But the only thing that I feel about Arizona is the coach change. I'm just not as. I mean, I don't know much. Who's their coach right now? Honestly, I don't remember. But their coach left for Washington. Yes, they do have a lot of great pieces, but I feel like losing your head coach that turned your program around, I feel like it's going to be a big loss. But honestly, though, at the same time, like I do think the Big 12 is like a bunch of mid, and I think whatever team does win the conference, I think they're just going to get eliminated in the first game and play in the playoffs. So
Oh yeah,
I think
I firmly believe at the 4 spot you probably are playing Georgia, Alabama, or Texas, and
No,
I don't
you're
think-
not beating any of those.
anyone stands a chance.
yeah. No, I do. I agree with that. Yeah, you're not.
So
You're not
Arizona,
making it
real
past the next
quick,
round.
their new head coach. I wish I didn't look this up because now I don't believe in them as much. He spent the last 7 seasons at San Jose State.
All right.
Which,
Thanks for defending my point for me.
maybe Kansas can win it.
Maybe.
You just want the dark horse to win that.
I put Utah just because, like, you know, Cam Rising. What is this like? His 32nd year in the college football or something
The
like
dude's
that?
old. He's old.
I mean, he's won multiple Pac-12 championships. And
yeah.
Who's their Kyle Whittingham? I think that's their coach. I mean, he's won in the Pac-12. Honestly, I feel like the Pac-12 and the Big 12 are the same thing. RIP Pac-12, but that's why I put them up there. But I don't think it's anything like we said. I don't think it's that too important of a take. I kind of want to talk about like some of the other ones though. Like Matt, I see you got both of y'all have Oregon at the 6th spot.
Mhm.
Interesting. I have Oregon at 2 because I think they're going to win the Big 10. But we talked about more of that last episode. But Sean, why do you? So you think Liberty? What conference is Liberty in?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're in the Conference USA. I wrote in my notes. Okay, so the reason why I'm high on Liberty is their quarterback, Caden Salter. He's like the definition of a dual threat quarterback. Had 2,800 yards passing, 1,200 yards running. They got to the New Year's Six Bowl last year. They got destroyed, but they made it.
Shout out.
I think bringing him back, I have him as also a dark horse for Heisman. If they were to make the playoffs, I could see him being one of the 5 going to
Mhm.
New York. But I do think I also put Boise State would be the other option.
That's what I put. And because in the new format, the top 4 teams are that they get to buy are the 4 conference winners, but then also it's what like the 5th conference winner that's the highest ranked. I don't understand the rule exactly. It's basically like the top 5 teams that win their conference and the highest ranks of them make it into the playoff. So ACC, Big 12, Big 10, ACE, and SEC plus some outlier. I put Boise State from Mountain West primarily because they have a lot of like returning players. I didn't even know, so I was looking more into it, but they have this running back, Ashton Gianti. I probably butchered that, but he led the nation in broken tackles last year with 106 or forced missed tackles. And they have a returning QB, Taylon Green. Nothing crazy, but he's a dual threat quarterback as well. So
He was
Mountain
bad,
West.
though.
I mean, he had 25. He had 2,500 yards and passing 500.
Did he
rushing.
actually?
Yeah.
Shots.
I know. I saw that
That's
too.
crazy.
So, but I mean, the Mountain West. Who else is in the Mountain West? Like, honestly, I don't know. I don't. Like, I don't. Like, I think that they have a simpler schedule.
Yeah, I think the only other team in the Mountain West is Nevada, and I don't know much about them, but every time I play college football 25, they're like top 25, so I feel like they're supposed to be good.
Okay.
But I couldn't tell you one player on Nevada.
I can't really. I honestly couldn't tell you anybody on Boise State till earlier today. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at like some because I feel like we have a lot of similar teams. Trying to look at some like discrepancies. Y'all both have Clemson. I think I put NC State instead of Clemson just because like biased against Clemson. Nothing like crazy, but I do. I mean, they're starting. I mean, NC State's starting off ranked 24th. They got Grayson McCall coming from Coastal Carolina, a proven quarterback, and I feel like all their problems before were like they had question marks at quarterback every year, but I feel like this is like the one year in a while they haven't. So if there is a year they're going to be out Clemson, I feel like it's going to be this year. They also don't even play Clemson. I think they only play like 2 ranked. Yeah, they only play Florida State and they play like another ranked game. So like they have a really simple.
Oh,
easy
they play
schedule.
Tennessee.
They do play Tennessee. That's the other one.
Winnable.
They played them like week.
winnable.
They also played them week 2. So it's like it's gonna be like Nico. I don't want to say his name. His like second game is like a starting quarterback. So I do see Tennessee being good, but I honestly think that they're a team that's going to be making the playoffs like next year once they've had a quarterback for a little bit more time.
I think that the SEC is just so difficult.
Yeah.
You put Tennessee in the ACC Big 12, they're probably winning it, if not finishing second.
Yeah.
But like in the SEC, they're not. Right now, they're not better than the top 4 teams.
Yeah, and I mean, we all have at least 4 teams making it. Let's see. I
have 5.
Oh, you have 5. Who else do you have? Oh, you have Missouri.
Missouri.
I don't hate that though. Like I honestly like that's like not a bad take out. And also like I feel like all what's it called? Like whoever votes on it, like the council or whatever, the committee, the committee, like they love the SEC.
Yeah,
like
the SEC is like by far the hardest. Like it's not close. You're every week in the SEC.
I can show them harder.
Huh?
What?
Okay, Sean.
Mr. UNC.
I do. No, I will say I think Missouri could slip it.
I mean, I think their offense is like sneaky good.
I'm also just interested in seeing like how they want to do with like the committee because obviously it's their first like 12-team ranking. Like, is the 13th team like, for example, like I rather see Missouri play Oregon than Kansas play Oregon or NC State play Texas, like in all of mine and like Sean's. Like your matchup for that seed right there, Matt, I like a lot more than ours. So it makes more sense to put an SEC team for views, because I mean that's what it's all about now too is money.
Well, because the views. I mean, I think Missouri puts up a better fight against someone like Oregon than Kansas or NC State. Like, because who have those teams played? Missouri will have played, like, been through those games where they're playing these top teams. I believe.
That's true.
I'm like 90% sure. based on the schedule. Like
That's
they will,
true.
just in the nature of being the SEC.
I have a hot take.
I'll take. All right.
I think we shouldn't give an auto bid to the group of 5. Because if you look at the matchup, I have Liberty, Georgia. You have Boise State, Notre Dame. That is going to be 90-0.
Yeah. If you guys couldn't tell, I did not give an auto bid to the group of 5. You can flame me all you want. I don't know.
You can just throw in one of the two.
It just feels wrong. Like I don't know. It feels like, no offense to whoever that team that's going to be the 12 seed is, they're going to get stomped.
No, they will. There's literally no chance unless everyone breaks their leg. Florida State.
I know.
My bad.
That's crazy. I agree with that though. Like the auto bid, I feel like I don't know if they'll ever get rid of it, but I mean, because think about it, like even the one year that like a team like Cincinnati did really well and made the 4-team playoff, they got rolled, they got destroyed. So,
Missouri also plays no one this season except for Bama. So like,
oh really? Well,
sorry to go back to Missouri. They play literally only Bama, and the only other like team they play Texas A&M and Oklahoma, who said they should beat both of those teams.
But
I mean, those are 2 better games I feel like than any of Kansas or NC State.
Exactly. No, exactly.
So, yeah, but I don't know. I still, from like episode 1, I'm still high on Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You don't have Missouri though.
Beat Oklahoma.
No.
So
honestly, I'm so excited for college football this year. I think there's a lot. I think it's like the first year in a while that there's not really like an undisputed number 1. I think Georgia and Ohio State, like they are the number 1 teams. But also you can you can add Texas, you can add Oregon, and like there's not a team that's just like abundantly above everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious on y'all's, because we all have Notre Dame in here. I feel like we don't talk much about Notre Dame just because they aren't a conference. What are y'all's like thoughts and expectations for them going into this season?
For me, they have an early September game against Texas A&M, and then outside of that, the only issue is Florida State. So I think if you can get past Texas A&M and Riley Leonard's healthy, because he hurt his leg last year, if he's healthy, there's not anyone stopping them from going undefeated.
Yeah.
Except maybe Florida State, but even then,
I say we all have Florida State winning the ACC, but I feel like it's really not that like clear cut, because I mean we really don't know how DJ Uiagalelei is going to be. So yeah, no, I could see Notre Dame like going undefeated. That's kind of why I put them in the 5, is because they automatically don't get a chance at being in the top 4 because they're not in a conference. But I mean, like you said, their schedule's pretty easy. Riley Leonard's a great QB. If he comes back from injury, I really don't see them not doing they're definitely gonna make the playoff. It's just like how high they're gonna be.
Yeah. It's also, I mean, a matter of how much in this new format, how much is the committee going to take strength of schedule into account?
That's true.
Like, are they gonna say, oh, Notre Dame's undefeated and played Florida State and like no one else, or are they gonna be like, oh, they're undefeated, they're going to the 5 seed? So it's a matter of, this is a really big testing year for like other people who are like trying to talk about it too, because we have no idea what the committee is going to value. Yeah,
that is very true. Also, wait, what's like the whole? I don't know if it's even a rumor or anything. Like, remember how they were going to talk about like expanding it to 14 teams? Is that something that's like still like down the line in the future, or because like I feel like the format is going to keep changing, where it's going to be interesting like seeing predictions in the future too.
Yeah, I think I haven't heard anything further about that, but I think that'll be. Sean might know more, but I think that's just like they want to run with this for a couple of years, see how it goes, probably.
Yeah.
Sean, you got anything on that?
Yeah. Y'all can hear me, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Had some audio difficulties. But I think they are trying to go to a 14-team playoff, which I don't really know why. I don't know.
We're already having problems in this format.
If you
teams getting destroyed in the first round.
If you can't finish in the top 12, it used to be like top 4, and if you're the 15, it's like, oh, like there's an argument. If you're not top
Mhm.
12 and you're 13th, like that's on you.
Yeah, no,
Like
I
now,
agree
if
with that.
you're like if you're 15th, like there's almost like a participation award at this point.
But also like it's at the like with anything, like it's like, and that's the thing that's interesting, like pro and college, because college is like the committee is like subjective, like it's not based on best record like the NFL, where it's even if they expand it to 64 teams, the 65th team is going to be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter like how big they make it, no matter what, like those like first two teams that don't make it in are going to be like, oh, we should have gotten in. Now I do think 12 is at the point where the true contenders are like top six. So in my opinion, there's no more real arguments. So I agree with what you're saying with that. Are there any other teams that y'all want to specifically talk about in here? One team that I was looking at, because we didn't talk about them too much, was Ole Miss. How do y'all think they're going to be this year? Or I mean, we all have them in our rankings, but like, do you think like what's their ceiling this year? Like, do you think that they make it past that second round, or do you think that they're probably just like a one and done type team in the playoff?
I think they're one and done.
Really?
Well,
I think
unless they play.
they're explosive enough that they can if it's a dog fight, I think that's the right term. If it's a dog fight and they're just like gunning and they can score with anyone.
No, I do agree with that. Like I do think they're like they're like the sixth ranked team in the nation, but I do feel like they're kind of under the radar type of team. I mean, Jackson Dart is in the Heisman talk. They did really well in the transfer portal. Sadly, they did really well in the transfer portal, taken away from USC. But
Okay, yeah, but he was a traitor. All right.
all right, yeah, you're right. That he left us. That wasn't Ole
He
Miss
took
doing.
$1 million from USC and then just did.
And yeah,
That's
we don't like that.
that's a whole other discussion on like NIL deal. We can have a whole episode.
Yeah, we can have a bunch on NIL.
Oh boy,
that's a good off-season topic.
Yeah.
Or honestly, whenever we need content, that's a good topic in general.
I feel like with college football starting in 5 days, we're good with content.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Table
Yeah,
that
5 days
one,
is
yeah.
crazy. I'm excited.
Mhm.
This is a good time to do this episode. Predictions. Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
What can we say? All right, y'all got any other final thoughts for our brackets? I feel like we all got basically the same. I think the NFL brackets are where things are going to get pretty pretty
I'm excited.
controversial.
Oh, I'm excited
too.
I think we go
I
to the tier list.
Yeah, let's
tier list next. Sweet. All right. Well, we'll see who ends up being the most correct about these down the line. All right, tier list. SEC before tier list maker. I think I'm just gonna
pause.
What do you say? Pause the ad. How do you do that?
Hit the X.
No, X that, but then pause the one in the middle.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's probably gonna make my thing like not lag anymore. Okay.
Not even that. Like, who knows what's about to pop up on these sites?
All right, good point. Yeah. We're a family-friendly show. So we got 6 tiers. Here we go. I think I'm just gonna go in order.
Can we have a Vandy tier?
I think that. Yeah, you're right.
Sorry, I was like, can we make a
Let's
tier
just-
for Vandy?
I mean,
Like,
they were the last team.
disrespectful,
Let's just take them out their misery already.
but-
Yeah, they're like way below the rest. Okay, so A&M. Honestly, A&M is not. I feel like they're so overrated. Like they're ranked right now, but I feel like they're not going to end the year off ranked.
Everyone's hyping up that quarterback, and he's done nothing for like 4 years.
So
Good. On
I
this
think
scale.
mid. I think mid.
I think
Wow.
good or mid.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm saying mid too.
Okay.
I put a lot of
Andrew,
those
running
up.
running
For
back
the
towards
listeners out
ACL.
there, we have a scale. It's national champion contender, playoff team, conference champion contender, good, mid, and bad. Just for perspective, so you all know what we're working with here.
We'll work on with.
Okay. Well, since it's us, real quick, are we making the bad? Are we putting anyone else other than Vandy?
I think Vandy gets their own tier.
Okay, well then Texas A&M should be good because I think there's worse teams.
I agree. I think there's teams in between.
Okay, that's fair.
All right,
But
all right.
your running back did tear his ACL.
Oh, that's like.
All right, then that brings me back now to playing. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with A&M being good. And we can move this around as we go on, too. Arkansas. I feel like Arkansas is
Yeah.
definitely a mid-team.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know much about – because do they still have KJ Jefferson, or is he gone now?
No, he's at Central Florida.
Okay, yeah, they're
That's a good
mid.
Big 12 underdog right there.
transfer.
Yeah, something
I
like
think the
that.
Big 12 is going to be like the craziest conference.
I do think it's going to be intense because it's just like so much mid.
Yeah.
All right, Auburn. What we thinking? They're definitely not a playoff team. They're definitely not a conference championship contender.
I think they're
On-
mid.
I put they're mid as well.
Better or worse than Texas A&M though? Oh, that's overall worse than Texas A&M. I'm just blind. I forgot Texas
Yeah.
A&M was at a mid.
Now Bama.
And
Bama's
CC.
definitely in these top two. But do we think they're a national championship contender or a playoff team? They're definitely a playoff team.
I think they're national contenders.
Mhm. I think there's 3
All
national
right.
contenders, but
I think when you have Jalen Milroe as your quarterback, it's like
Yeah, and I mean, and Kalen DeBoer, I mean, coach of Washington, no matter what people say, I mean, he was in the national championship last year. So,
mhm.
I like that. I'm fine with that. Now Florida, they have that really good QB, right? Isn't he like that
Yeah.
freshman? He's not even starting.
Laneway or Langley something.
Mhm.
I think it's Lagway.
Like
Probably.
EJ Lagway. I put them honestly. I think they're better than Auburn and Arkansas. I'd put them up with. I don't know if you think they're as good as A&M? I feel like.
I looked up Florida quarter, thinking it with this autofill quarterback, but no, it gave me the Florida quarter. Like, let's see.
Nice.
Oh,
I put Florida. Wait, what?
put Florida starting quarterback is Graham Mertz. They're not starting DJ Lagway.
they're
All
back
right,
in
I
mid.
put that in.
Oh, mid, yeah.
I'll put mid. Yeah, mid.
I think halfway through the season they may become good when they bench.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. That's crazy. They're not starting Lagway. I guess he's only a freshman, but Kentucky. I think Kentucky's good. I mean, they just got a 5-star QB. They're always like decent around the pack. Weren't they ranked like a year, like last year at one point?
Yeah, they've been very consistent the last like 4 years.
Outside of when Levis was there and everyone got injured around him, that was the only time they dropped.
Oh yeah,
Like, to be
yeah,
able to
Levis. I forgot about that. LSU.
probably.
This is a weird thing having conference champion and play. I
Because
don't
Yeah, I
know.
agree.
But,
SEC, if you're a conference champion contender, you're basically a play like
Mhm.
yeah. I kind of like want to rename this, but
to what?
really good.
Better than good. Really good. Okay. Yeah, that.
There we
Okay.
go. I put LSU really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Because I don't think, I mean, none of us had LSU. None of us had LSU in our playoffs. I do think they're a good team. I just don't think they're better than a lot of these other teams.
I think there this year is like you play them, you could be upset by, and that ruins your chances.
I agree with that. It's crazy they're starting off the year ranked number 13, though, to me.
I think that's high, but I don't know.
I completely agree. Missouri. I put Missouri because I think they're better than LSU. I put them at a playoff team.
Oh, I think Missouri's a playoff team. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you
I think
them in.
they're on the they're on the they're on
Yeah, I
the
think
watching the
they're
wire.
the bottom tier of a playoff team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll put every other team above them. Also, I'm gonna put Kentucky above A&M. I look like they're better. Which I'll name. Probably. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Playing at Texas A&M is like brutal.
All right, we'll
But, okay, that doesn't change how good the team is.
Like,
sure, it is the 12th man.
Yeah.
All right. Ole Miss is definitely a playoff team. I don't think they're national champion contender, but they're definitely they're better than Missouri. Oklahoma, I put really good too. I don't think they're a playoff team this year.
No, I think they're.
I know Sean wants
I
to
wanna
say
say-
better than LSU. I know Sean wants to say better than LSU.
I do want to see it,
Ah,
but I'm gonna stick with LSU over them.
LSU above too. All right, now Mississippi State. I think this is another mid team.
They
I don't really know much
could-
about
they
Mississippi
could
State.
be Vandy level.
You think they could be Vandy?
Nah, I
You think
think
Arkansas?
we're mid. I don't think anyone's gonna be as bad as Vandy.
I mean, there's like a significant drop off after Vandy. All right, Texas. I think we got to put. I'd put in the front.
Texas over Bama, yes sir. Let's go.
I think that's 2-3, Sean. Sorry,
Let's go.
but
All right, we'll check back the end of the year.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
the
know.
one controlling the mouse, so I'm putting Georgia above both.
Okay, I think these three
I
teams
don't-
are really close. Like I'll also say that.
I don't know, man. You know,
Bro, I mean,
know-
Georgia
no,
had.
it's- the difference is you're a Jalen Miller fan and I'm a Quinn Ewers fan. Like that's the difference, pretty much.
and David's just a meat writer.
Dude, it's literally like the stats back it up. I mean, they were the number 2 defense last year. They only allowed 10 points a game.
Last year, this is a new year.
They led the nation in turnovers.
Yeah, they also
but they also had
lead
the
the nation
fourth-
in arrests. You want to bring it
I mean,
back?
look at. I mean, if that's what you got to do to win, then they're doing it.
That's fine. All right, fine. We'll keep it like that. But
All right. Oh, wait, there is another national championship contender.
as much as I would love
Yeah,
for
no.
that to be the case, I think they're
All right.
mid.
Where in mid
I
though?
want to say
Like
top of mid.
I want to be better than Florida. Does that mean we are better than Florida?
I think
Lenore
us and
Sellers.
Florida are the same team. I don't.
Same team, different state.
We're gonna be
Uh,
bad. We're gonna.
Yeah, I know. It makes me sad. I'm just gonna put them at the top of mid because it'll make me happy a little bit.
Okay.
All right. And then Tennessee, last team. I'd say they're really good.
Mhm.
But where would you say up here?
I think behind Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think they just
Okay.
signed a 5-star tackle. I don't know if he's going to play this season, but
No,
I
he's
think
not.
Tennessee's a team to watch in the future. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, the Nico guy. I think he's gonna be really good. They get good recruits. But yeah, no, I think it's a good tier list. I think we can all
Maybe
agree on this.
We should do a live podcast from Rocky Top.
That'd be hype.
That would be
That'd be
crazy.
Neyland Stadium.
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen's going there on September 22nd, so maybe we can pull up for that.
But not, I can't afford that.
That's fair. Okay. Maybe if this podcast does really well soon. Next few episodes.
I was about to say,
All right.
what in the month? Yeah.
All right. I think that's all we got for college. Is it starting up this weekend? Like week
Yeah.
0?
week 0. Yep, let's go.
Let's go. All right. I'm excited. Are there any good games?
There was
Like-
one not bad game.
Florida State plays Georgia Tech. But,
Okay. I'll check the box score.
yeah.
Check the bot. You're not going to watch? Oh,
Well, we're kind of a little busy on Saturday.
Yeah, we're a little busy.
we can still watch.
I think that's 12 o'clock, too. We could have it on at the beach.
That could be hype. That could be hype. All right. Let's move on. Yeah, it's Weddle time, guys. You
Okay,
excited?
let's go.
Weddle time. No, I didn't put that in. I don't
Let's
know why
refresh the
AJ Brown's
page.
always like the first.
Let's refresh or go to the pro or whatever. You refresh, will it reset it? Let's see. No.
No,
Why is that
I
like
don't think that's right. I think that was my first guess last week, so it just does it. So who do y'all want this time?
this one's only offense, right?
Yeah, only offense, not tackles either, just skill position.
Let's do. Since Texas is going to be so good, let's do Adonai Mitchell.
You said since the Texans are going to be so good.
No, since
Adonai
Texas is
Mitchell,
going to be so good, we're throwing back to Adonai Mitchell. Oh, there we go. No,
Okay, there we go. Now I reset. That was weird. All right.
Well,
All right,
there
we
is a
got
wide
wide
receiver.
receiver in the
And probably
AFC. It's not the
6'1".
South.
That's crazy,
All right, let me-
Sean. What a guess.
Yeah. Wait, does yellow mean
He's in the NFC or AFC. Sorry.
He's in the AFC?
Yeah, AFC, just not the South.
Wide
And then
receiver.
he's like a shorter guy, like 6 foot or 6'1".
If 6'1" is short, then I'm screwed. I don't know.
Tell me about it. All right, AFC West.
Who's in the West?
He could be
Quentin
older.
Johnson.
He's
Give me Quinn. Oh wait, how old is he? Oh,
No, he's older
he's
than
over.
21.
He's like
Like
he's
probably
over
24.
he's over 20. He's probably at least 24. He's a higher
Son.
number.
Marquise
I'm gonna say
Brown.
Devontae Adams.
Oh, Devontae. Yeah, sure. That
Yeah.
gets the other end of the spectrum.
on the what?
Oh,
Oh,
my!
That's crazy.
Are we gonna skip over the spectrum comment? Like,
What? I said that's
wait, all right, we gotta clip that and post it.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. That's hype. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, I
let's
can
do
see
the
Adams
that.
too
TR.
as well.
Hey,
You put them on
I'm
there,
just-
and
I'm-
that's right.
I'm like that, I guess. I promise I did not do that beforehand.
That's crazy.
That was wild. Honestly, I thought he was taller than that, but
So this is defense
Alright.
as well.
it's
No.
defense as well. Yeah, yeah. Let's just start off with like the GOAT.
No,
Oh,
because that's not gonna narrow anything down.
His actual
it is. It's a quarterback though.
A quarterback
people are
taller
thinking
than
about, like,
5'10", that's a shocker.
Give me Gardner Minshew.
Gardner. Oh, yeah, it's in there.
I got an issue with him being the
Oh, yeah.
starter.
Wait, what? Yeah.
Who would be the starter?
Neither one of them, they signed someone. I don't know.
Oh, he's only 6'1".
I watched that preseason game, and it was the most abysmal offense. Like,
You watched that? Oh,
look, I really like sports.
Standing on sports.
That too.
All right. That's who. Yeah. All right. So 6'1", AFC QB.
well, let's go with
AFC North,
Trevor
So-
Lawrence.
Deshaun
Oh, wait, no.
Watson.
Oh, yeah,
He's
Trevor
taller
Lawrence.
than 6'1".
Yeah,
Oh,
Trevor
Lawrence
Lawrence
is
is
tall.
tall.
Yeah, you're right.
Anthony Richardson's tall.
Mhm.
CJ Stroud's young, is like too young.
It's
And,
Deshaun Watson, right?
I actually, that's a good one.
Isn't he too old? Yeah.
Oh,
He's
he's
also-
20.
yeah.
Him and Gardner
Okay,
are
so
two are
it's-
the same age.
Oh wow! Wait,
Oh, he's
the
low.
number. Look how low the number is.
Oh
So
my
it's
God.
number. He's got to be number 1.
But Mr. Krabs.
Fields number 1?
Who?
Oh wait.
Justin Fields
It's
is
not
taller.
AFC.
Than him.
It's not AFC North.
Yeah.
South
AFC
or
East
what?
and South.
Who's in the East? Is it
that's-
Tua? He's not 6'1".
Is he not? I
I
guess.
think he's like
Tua.
5'11".
No, I think it could be Tua actually. That's a good guess.
Is he 6'1"?
Because he's also not.
Well, who
He's
are the other
also number
quarterbacks in the
one.
division? Tua, Drake May's too
Josh-
young.
And
Drake,
Brissett's too old.
Josh Allen's number 17.
Josh Allen, and then Aaron Rodgers
Aaron
is too
Rodgers.
old.
Yeah,
So
too
it would
old.
be
And then
Tua.
who's it? Yeah, you want to try Tua?
Yeah, let's give Tua. Yes.
I thought that's a good guess.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Hey, let's go. Hey, we did way better this time. All right.
Are we doing the Pro Bowl or not? Are we going to move on?
Segment.
You know what? Low key, let's do it. Why not?
Oh, the Pro Bowl?
Wait, did it just
Hit X.
what? There's no. I guess there isn't one today. Oh wait, that was weird. All right, year 2010. Shoot,
Oh,
that's what we did. All right.
Okay, boys, let's
Uh,
retire and move on. I'm kidding.
I'm
Josh
down to
Allen.
go to
No.
I'm down to go to NFL.
You said who? Should we just go?
Yeah, let's
No,
go
yeah.
into the NFL.
Let's just do
I don't
it.
think we got this.
They'll never
Fair
know.
enough.
Who
We'll be
actually
back.
gets
All right. All right, moving on. NFL. Here we are. Here are our brackets. I love. This is a lot of fun. Honestly, I'm more. I think I've become an NFL guy more than a college football guy. But I also could just be going to USC games and like coming back like with like depression and stuff like that. But I mean, the Panthers are the same thing. But at least I can like turn off the TV for a Panther game. But yeah, I mean, we got some interesting takes on here. I think I got some interesting
Texans at
takes.
1. What is going on?
Oh yeah. Okay, so y'all
Yeah,
the same
wait,
one. Okay,
yeah,
okay. I'm not gonna lie. And in the beginning, I was thinking Ravens 1 seed, like y'all did, but those are the 2 1 seeds last year, the Texans and the four and
because they're
the Ravens.
significantly better.
They are
than-
better than every other team.
Yeah, but okay. I personally think that CJ Stroud is going to have an MVP type season. I think the Texans. I mean, look at their division versus the Ravens. The Ravens play the Browns, the Steelers, and the Bengals. Joe Burrow's back. I think that the
Joe
Texans
Burrow
pad,
can't make their defense any better.
he makes their offense
No.
better.
I do. I know. Actually, I do agree. I think the Ravens will split with everyone in that division for some reason. It makes no sense, but they will. So I agree with that. But I still think the Ravens are going to lose those 3 games, and I think they will win 12 of the other, or I guess it'll be 6. So they'll lose 3 games, and I think they're going to win
The 14.
9 or 10 outside of that.
See,
Nah.
my thing is that I think that the Texans, they went 10-7 last year. CJ Stroud's coming back for his second year. D'Amico Ryan's back for his second year as well.
Mhm.
Will Anderson, second year. They picked up Danielle Hunter, Stephon Diggs. Tank Dell's back from injury. I think obviously you can't think about injuries, but like honestly, like I see no way that they're not 1 or 2 seed. I think they're going to be really good. The Chiefs, I don't know why, but they always in the regular season I feel like they always lose games they should win. So we all have them at 2 and 3 seed.
I'd
I think the Texans.
give you Chiefs the Texans over the Chiefs. That's about it. Let Sean go. He's been waiting patiently.
Hot take.
Oh, you raise your hand. All right,
Stephon Diggs was not a good signing.
Oh, that is hot.
that is a hot take.
You have a loaded wide receiver, tight end, running back core, and you just add one more. Is Stephon Diggs better than all? Probably, but
Not better than Nico Collins, but
well, I think that could be a long
Okay.
topic of discussion.
I think Stephon Diggs. I mean, obviously, who knows? But like his role on the Texans is different than it was on the Bills. The Bills, he was by far the best
that's
pass
the
catcher
thing.
there was.
He
But the
wanted
Texans,
to
like,
he wanted to
Yeah,
be
he wanted-
everything on the Bills.
well, he also was the only guy on the. Who was the Bills next to us? Gabe Davis is light years below.
Yeah,
Stephon
but
Diggs.
now you're going to a team where he's gonna have to share that role, and I don't get that.
I think it's gonna work. I don't know. I think the Texans and their defense, Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson and D'Amico Ryans as like the head coach.
I have
I-
them making the playoffs because they're obviously better than everyone in the AFC South.
You have them at the 4 seed though.
I'm not the.
Oh, no, you
first
have
I,
it at
I, I
3.
have him at the 4 seed.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think I
You
think
have
I think I'd put the Chiefs at the 4 seed and the Texans at the 3 seed if I went back and did it again.
Respect. Also, you have a really hot take as well. The Jets at the 2 seed.
The
Yes,
Jets at the 2
of course.
seed is ridiculous.
Of course.
What do you mean? Of course.
The
That is
Jets offense is going to be bottom. They're going to be like bottom 10.
No, that is a crazy take.
Okay. That's
It's gonna
crazy
be a hot
take.
Wait, before the season starts, we're putting each of us are going to put together 2 or 3 hot takes, and we're posting them, pinning it, so that way if we mess up, we're getting shamed.
Aaron
Well, there's
Rodgers.
between a hot take. There's between a hot take, Sean, and a terrible take, and that was a terrible take.
Sounds like a guy who has the Texans at number 1.
Okay,
the
fair.
Jets have
Actually, not fair.
they have one of the best like running games in the NFL with this new offensive they
The
should.
best running game. You're looking at one of the only running backs.
Brees Hall is
They also have
phenomenal.
they have Braylon Allen and Brees Hall. Their offensive line's improved. I think
Aaron
honestly,
Rodgers
no, I
is
think
going to be if he does not get hurt. Aaron Rodgers is going to be good again, like really good.
I mean,
He is always
he
really
doesn't
good.
he doesn't even have to be really, really good. I mean, they have Garrett Wilson, and they like. I mean, Sean, you have them. If you think their offense is going to be that bad, but you have them at the 6th seed, and they still make the playoffs in the loaded
Because
AFC.
you look
I
at
feel
the
like you.
AFC South that is garbage. You look at the AFC West, it's garbage. There's no other team to make the playoffs but the Jets.
I mean, they're going to have a top like 5 defense, maybe top 8 defensive.
No,
numbers.
that's what's going to carry them. Their defense.
And they're going to have a top 5 defense and a top 10 offense.
I mean,
No.
Garrett Wilson.
Top 10 defense, no. Or top 10 offenses.
All
Yes.
right, Sean, you're gonna you're gonna eat all these words in like a few weeks, man. I'm excited.
No, I'm on a diet. I'm not eating them.
Oh my
All
God.
right. All right. What else? Okay, let's keep looking at the AFC side. We all got the Bengals. You get the Bengals 6 seed. You had the Dolphins winning, Sean. Okay, interesting. We all have the
Dolphins.
Colts. You have the Browns in, Matt, instead of the
Mhm.
Colts.
Browns instead of the Colts. That the roster is too good. That there is.
Or Deshaun Watson.
If Deshaun Watson's a top 20 quarterback, this team gets in the playoffs.
But Nick Chubb's still injured.
When Nick Chubb will come back partway through the season, and he will be silent as he always is, and he will drag this team to.
Amari Cooper's their only
Olympics.
receiver.
That they just got Jerry Judy.
What's his name at tight end?
Jerry Judy, really? We're talking about someone who just played for the Broncos.
No, they've got a Njoku at tight end.
Okay, I do like him.
They also got to get. They got to get a line.
Jerome Ford's a really good back in the meantime until Chubb gets back.
I don't hate the Browns take, but I do think. Honestly, I'd also just like to see the Colts get the playoffs. Anthony Richardson. Who's the new rookie defensive end they got? Latu. I think they got a sneaky team. I think the rest of the AFC South is kind of mid. Or who's their team? The Titans are bad. The Jaguars, I feel like
Nope.
They could make the playoffs.
No.
They could.
No. They have no defense.
They have the better Josh Allen.
They have the what?
The better Josh
That's a
Allen.
crazy take, by the way. Not
If you
entirely
take away
wrong,
from
but a crazy take.
Josh Allen is nothing.
Yeah, I will say none of it. I was gonna bring something. None of us have the Bills.
Because, yeah.
How the mighty have fallen.
I think the Bills are good, and I wouldn't be too surprised if they do get in. But like, with all the pieces they lost,
No
and
receivers, no offensive line,
receivers,
no running
and
back.
the AFC is just so loaded that
Yeah.
I think that's going to add up for them. All right, I guess we can
If
go
that
over
team
to
makes
the
the
NFC.
if that team makes the playoffs, Josh Allen should be MVP. Oh, that's my take.
That's fair.
And it should not be a contest because he will
That's
have
fair,
done
'cause he's
everything.
gonna have to carry them.
Yeah.
That's why in fantasy this year, I think he's going to be really
He's gonna
good
be
because
the
he's going to have
number
to
one
put the team
quarterback.
on his back.
Unless he tries too hard and throws a lot of picks, but I digress.
Even then, picks are only like -1, -2.
True.
Well, I'm at just saying one good rush and it's gone. Like you just,
No, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's see what we got here. NFC side, we got any other? I'm at the AFC. I feel like we basically got the same teams, it's just different orders. Besides the Colts and the Browns, the NFC we got some different takes though.
Mhm.
We all got that.
I hate
We all got the Niners #1. You hate mine?
Yeah. They're.
What do you hate about?
Niners are going to win. The Niners have the best team. They have like 4 of the top 10 players in the NFL based on the players' rankings.
Wait a minute. You got the Eagles at the 4 seed.
Yeah, I got the Eagles with the 4 seed.
You do know.
Okay, let's move on to this 2 seed here.
They,
The Falcons. Talk. Explain. Like I'm listening.
All right.
You know the
All right,
Eagles.
all right. I even have it written down in my notes that's my hot take. The Falcons being the 2 seed. All right, I don't even like the Falcons. I really don't. But I think they have the easiest strength of schedule, and I don't like them as like a team. I think they have a good team, but I don't. As a Panther fan, I just don't like the Falcons. But they have the easiest schedule like by far. I think they play the Eagles and the Chiefs, and after that, it's just like a bunch of mid. Obviously they're in the NFC South, a terrible division, sadly. But then dude, they're doing a lot. I like the Raheem Morris signing at coach. They just got Matt Judon. They just got Justin Simmons. They already have Jesse Bates. They already had a good defense, and then Kirk Cousins coming in. I think who's their offensive coordinator? I don't remember, but anyways, their head coach Arthur Smith is out, so it's like going to be a fresh offense that hopefully actually uses Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan. I think they're going to be good. I think they're going to be like a first round exit type team. Maybe not against the Bears, who I have them playing, but I don't think they're going to go far in the playoffs, like division around max. But I do think they sneak into the 2 seed just because of how easy their schedule is and like the firepower that they have. Y'all have them at the 4. Y'all have them at the. Sean, you can't be saying too much about it. You have them at the 3 seed.
Yeah, but I think there's a giant difference between the 2 seed and the 3 seed.
I mean, I don't know. They're going to win the division. I'll give you guys that.
Hmm.
I don't know how far past that they're going to go. I don't trust their defense. They've got AJ Terrell and they've got I can't remember the defensive lineman's name. I'm blanking, but their defense is they're gonna be in a bunch of boat races, dog fights, whatever, however you want to phrase it, where it's just how fast can you go and like how many points can you score. And
I mean, I don't know though. I mean, they just signed Jesse Bates, Matt Judon.
I forgot.
Justin
Okay,
Simmons.
no, I did forget about the Matt Judon edition. I like the Matt
think
Judon
their
edition a lot.
defense will be good, but I'm still not sold on their offense.
This is funny enough. I'm the opposite of you on this, Sean. Outside of usually when I argue with Jacob, I argue that Kirk Cousins is better than what Jacob says. I'm thinking that Kirk Cousins is worse than what you all think he is.
I mean, Kirk Cousins has never been a terrible QB.
Correct.
I mean, he's good.
He's statistically been number 15 for like 5 straight seasons.
I'm also scared of him coming off his injury. Like he should be fine, but it does scare
Even
me.
then, though, they got Michael Penix.
Oh well,
No,
you can't
no.
say that because you have the Jets at number 2, and he's coming off the same injury.
Aaron Rodgers is different. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, no. Aaron Rodgers is a way better quarterback than mentally. Mentally, he is a way better.
Mentally, have you heard his comments? He's not mentally.
I'm not talking off the field. I am not talking off the field. Mentally, on the field as a quarterback, Aaron Rodgers is light years better than Kirk Cousins. He doesn't need to rely on anything like special, like even like all that special athletic stuff he does. He's way better mentally. So that I don't know, but that is a very fair point. I will give you that.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, I got Falcons too. I'm not budging. Sean, and then I got Eagles 4. Y'all both got Eagles at 2. I do think the Eagles are really good, but I'm still like a little weary of like how they ended last season. They signed Kellen Moore, offensive coordinator. I mean, he never really got it going with Justin. I mean, I think he's a good guy, whatever, but I don't think he's as good as people think he is. I mean, we saw how he did with the Chargers. They were always mid. Also, what?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Jalen Hurts doesn't need an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I think
what? Because push.
Well, I meant like offensively since he came in the league, like they've been running similar plays and it just works.
Looking at their offseason, this is why I'm high on the Eagles. Their offseason. Saquon Barkley, that's huge for them.
Oh, they got my white boy. Yeah. Cooper.
Okay.
Oh, I was so confused.
Yeah.
Like you made that comment after I said Saquon Barkley. I was like, wait a minute, who's got to get it? I was very confused, but yeah. So they got Saquon Barkley. They drafted 2 corners. I'm high on. I think Terrion Arnold and Cooper DeJean. Then they signed C.J. Gardner-Johnson in the offseason, who will be a good mentor. What?
They also had him last year, Cooper DeJean. But anyways,
that's how you say it. That is actually how you say it. He's like mustard. It's Cooper Mustard. That's like actually. I don't know. I was gonna say DeJean, but I'm like no. Yours it's pronounced DeJean.
Okay.
Did they get Quinyon Mitchell or did they get Terrion Arnold? I can't remember which one.
No, they have
Terrion Arnold.
Arnold's at the Lions.
Arnold's on the Lions.
So then they have Mitchell.
They have Quinyon Mitchell.
Yeah, okay.
The Toledo guy, yeah.
I love those auditions. I think Quinyon Mitchell's gonna be a dog. Bryce Huff is huge. Bryce Huff has looked like a monster so far since being there. And he was great on the Jets last season. They just didn't play him for some reason. And then I mean those are like in my eyes, Bryce Huff and Saquon are huge. Like Saquon's gonna bring them like something they did not have on offense. Like behind that offensive line, Saquon's gonna have a really good year. And then they've got one of the like top as a 2 receiver duo, they have like one of the top in the NFL. Good tight end. So
honestly, as like you do, I kind of forgot about a lot of those acquisitions they got. So I'm gonna stay put with my 4. I'd probably move them up a little bit more, maybe move the Falcons a little bit down. I don't know, but
I'm scared for the coordinator.
I also just think the NFC East is so competitive. Not just like because there are a lot of divisions that are competitive, but the Cowboys and the Eagles are easily 2 of the top teams. Like we all have the Cowboys at the 5. They could
Mhm.
be like an 11-win team in
To
the
the
5
5
seed,
seed.
just
Yep.
because they're really good. It's just like they're going to be like one division winner. So that's why I have them bringing them down.
So I'm
Just
scared for
their
them right now.
conference.
So if we want to skip to the Cowboys quick, I'm scared for them right now for 2 reasons. One, their offseason, they did like nothing. They kept saying they were going to do something, they did nothing. But their roster was good enough; they didn't have to do anything. But it's still, yeah. And the other thing, CeeDee Lamb is not signed, and he is pissed at Jerry Jones.
Yeah, Jerry Jones keeps saying like, "Oh, I'm not worried about it." No, he's like, "You should be worried about it." So, no, I agree with that. I think fantasy owners should be a little worried about that too now.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
we're
want
really
to
getting.
draft CeeDee Lamb.
You do? No, you
I'll say like,
don't. Not this
I think
environment.
Well,
I think our
want
fantasy.
to, but like,
Mhm.
if he doesn't
I think
get
our
that
draft order
by
comes out soon.
Saturday, I'm not drafting him.
Nope.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I think our draft order is coming out today.
Apparently, he got a $33 million deal per year, and he declined it.
He wants
Who's
that
the
Justin
highest-
Jefferson money.
What Justin get paid? Did he get 35?
35 or 36.
I think it's just ridiculous. Like, you have enough money. Like,
Yeah. Well, he knows he's never going to win a Super Bowl in the Cowboys, so.
I wonder if at that point, yeah, it's true. It's like take the money, no Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, I do think the Cowboys are gonna be good. But yeah, like you said, they do. I mean, they got Zeke back.
Mhm.
Don't think that's gonna be too much, but
I want to talk to
okay, let's
Sean about not Cowboys, Lions and Packers. And like just not because we both have the Lions ahead. Well, you don't even have the Packers making the playoffs. You have the Bears in. I don't know.
I have a
even
note
the
about that
Packers
too.
making a playoff.
I don't know what you're on.
That's my other hot take.
I'll defend it. I'll defend mine real quick. Then
we'll flame David together.
Yeah.
All right.
I think the Lions and Green Bay will be literally like either tied record or one game apart. I still don't like the Lions defense. I think the Lions offense, your only receiver is Amon-Ra. Yes, you have Laporta, who's probably going to be the number one tight end. But
So we're just going to disregard number one tight end like in the NFL, like just say, oh yeah, we have one receiver. Oh
yeah, but he's not like a. I like guys on the sides.
So we're just going to say Travis Kelce didn't do anything for his 5 years in Kansas City.
Yeah, but that's different.
Oh, okay. So Travis Kelce wasn't the number one tight end in the NFL at those times at that point.
He is, but he's different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, also, I can't believe you have the Packers above, like that far above the Lions. Like, I mean, have them just above in general. Do you think the Packers defense is better than the Lions defense?
Yes.
Yeah,
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
I think the Lions offense is better. I think they're really close. Like I think
the AFC now the NFC North is going to beat each other up in turn. Either the Lions or Green Bay will be the 4th seed, and the other one will have a worse record than Dallas because Dallas gets to play the Commanders and Giants.
Okay, that's fair. So I feel like the 6th seed just seems low, but it could be like not too low in a way. Like they could still have a really good record.
I think they could be a 10 or 11 win 6 seed.
Yeah.
I think the 7 seed's the bigger could be any. I mean, we all have different 7 seeds. I got the Bears.
You're crazy.
That's a crazy.
Dude, okay. Look,
Bears over the Packers is insanity.
Yeah.
Look, Jordan Love had a good last 8 weeks of the year. Congrats.
You know who else did that? Trevor Lawrence.
I need to exactly. And where's he
Wait,
at?
We're saying he had a good 8 weeks, and you're putting your faith in someone who hasn't played a single snap of football. Yeah, are you listening to what you're saying?
I think, dude, Caleb Williams is good. I think he's really good, and I think that they've surrounded him with the pieces that he needs to be good. They have a really good defense. They're the one. What?
They have one player.
Who's that one player?
Jalen Johnson.
They have more than that.
If you tell me Montez Sweat isn't making this defense that good, yeah, I see you typing to look up the Chicago Bears
Okay.
defensive players. I'm
Anyways,
watching you type that in.
no, I'm not typing that. I typed something else in. They had the number 1 rushing defense last year.
No, rushing defense doesn't matter. Like I hate
Who
to
runs
say
the
that.
ball
Look,
anymore?
look,
Look at
look,
fantasy
okay.
football. Who runs
If I'm
the
You
being
want to know
completely
why they
honest,
have number one rushing defense? You want to know why? Because everyone passed the ball against them. And they, until
You're not-
Jalen Johnson
okay,
started
you're-
playing like
Yeah,
a monster.
yeah, let's look at their statistical passing defense record.
But I will say too, though, I do think that the one reason why I had that hot take, Falcons hot take, a few of my hot takes, is because statistically, year in and year out of the NFL playoffs, at least half the teams are different every year. And I feel like it's really easy to put the Packers in there again, put those other teams in there again, when honestly, I think the Bears are a sneaky team to get in. I think Caleb Winston's really good. I think that offense honestly is really good overall. I mean, they have Cole Kmet. I think DeAndre Swift is overrated. I think he's insanely overrated. But I don't think they need him as much as people think they might need him with having – I mean, they even have Rashawn Johnson, who's decent. But like Rome Odunze, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore. I think the Bears –
They're going to be third in their division. They're going to be behind the Packers. The Packers are just more defined. Matt Eberflus doesn't know how to coach. I think Matt Eberflus is a terrible coach. I think Matt LaFleur is an amazing coach.
I mean, Matt Eberflus got a new haircut, so I think he's going to be different. I don't know. No, I'm playing, but no, I'm not gonna lie. That is a hot take. I literally have it in my notes that I think it's going to be them and the Packers for the 7 seed. Realistically, it probably will be the Packers. Like I said, the main reason I put the Bears in is just because just a little variety, but also the playoffs aren't the same every single year. And I feel like it's really easy to put the same teams in. Like the only definite team I feel like is different is the Jets this year. Like I think that's in the Bengals because the Bengals were in it last year. I think those 2 teams are definitely getting in that weren't in it last year, but I couldn't think of many other teams that are different. So that's what I thought. Sean, what'd you see for the Bears passing stats last
I'll
year?
be honest, I couldn't find it.
Oh, that's crazy. All right. Moving on.
Well,
Sean, this is the last little bone. So
I
yeah,
wanna
that's
see
the bone I
Seahawks.
have to pick.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You have the
That's
Seahawks and the
crazy.
Rams.
Yeah.
What are you?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Look at the Seahawks' new head coach.
Mike McDonald, I'm listening.
They're going to end this year as a top 5 defense.
Oh my God, there's no way. There is no way.
If it's Geno, if it's Sam Howell, you have
Oh, that's
Kenneth
why.
Walker
Sam
as
Howell,
running-
that's why.
You have Kenneth Walker as running back. You have Charbonnet, I think that's how you say his as backup. You have DK Metcalf, Jake Bobo, Jackson and Jigba, and Tyler Lockett, Noah Fant. Offensive line play good. I've been watching them. I like what I see. The Rams, I don't like their defense.
You don't like their defense?
That's
No.
very valid. Not liking the Rams defense is very valid. But Sean McVay is a monster, and I think John McVay is going to come through.
And one injury to Matt Stafford, and you got to put Stetson Bennett on that field.
Okay, that is fair, but you can't assume injuries.
I'm not
Or yes,
assuming.
you can. I mean, it's up to you. You
I
can.
when I
I'm
make
not
these
assuming
outside
injuries.
everything except
If
James.
if everybody stays healthy on the Rams, I mean, I think their offense with Sean McVay, Matt Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Kyron
Nakua.
Williams, Puka Nakua. I don't think I think that's one of the best offenses, and they're honestly, I feel like they go under the radar too. Like I feel like not doing. I mean, also like Matt Stafford was injured last year and Cooper Kupp, but no, I think they sneak into the 6th seed.
Well, my
Or
only
7th
problem with the
seed.
Seahawks is that Mike McDonald's scheme is super fascinating. He pretty much, get into the football nerd talk for 2 seconds. His defensive
cool.
scheme is a bunch of modular concepts that can all be put together. So instead of having a playbook of a limited amount of plays, he has modular concepts that can all be placed together to create plays. So you have maybe 12 different concepts that you can all mold together, and that gives you hundreds and hundreds and maybe thousands of different play combinations. And so his defensive scheme is really interesting. However, look at the talent difference between that Ravens defense and the Seahawks defense this year.
I do agree with that, and I will say a question: what's so
Okay.
So is it a complicated scheme? Would you say,
Mhm.
or is it less with it being his first year as a head coach, that could be a difficult thing for first year
Apparently-
starters to
Apparently, he's
top
really good
10.
at teaching it. Apparently, he's really good at
Okay.
teaching it, according to everything I've read and heard. But it is a very complex scheme, and if you miss an assignment, you could be messing up a lot.
Yeah. Also, just like playing in the NFC West, like, I mean, like we mentioned, the Rams offense, the 49ers offense, probably the best and one of the best in the league. Like,
No, it's
The
not.
best.
I think that
Yes,
the
Sean,
play,
stop talking.
playing-
Sean, stop.
playing the
Purdy
nine-
is a system quarterback.
And is using the best system by far in the NFL.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
like
good-
I could play a
it's a good
quarterback
system.
system.
I do
Okay.
disagree with you, by the way. But yeah, that's a topic for another day. You and I can debate Brock Purdy another day.
All right.
For sure.
All
right, I think-
real quick.
I think it's a
before
good way
we
to-
go into the
oh,
next
wait.
topic,
All right.
Week 18 is the Seahawks and Rams.
Oh,
That could decide the final playoff
oh,
spot.
don't worry. The Seahawks will have a losing record at that point, and
No, they won't. I will put financial compensation down.
oh, the bet board needs to happen. That can.
I think you're like really high on Geno Smith for some reason, Sean.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Well,
Let's
I think this was good. This was good. Like for this
This
part.
is fun.
We got awards.
Enjoyed it. We got passionate. Any other final thoughts, words for here before we move on to our final topic?
Next topic.
Next top. All right, cool. Let's move on.
Sir.
Oh wait, I guess I'll stop sharing my screen because this last topic we don't have any graphics for. It's just straight word of mouth,
Off the dome.
Did you like your mouth?
off the dome.
Hmm.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So we're doing MVP or all award predictions.
Yeah.
I guess we can start with MVP. I thought that's like a good one to start with.
I
Matt,
think we
I want
should
to hear.
say let's each say ours and then we'll just like discuss.
Mhm.
Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, Matt.
I got Lamar Jackson again.
It's valid.
Mhm.
I'm going Patrick Mahomes.
It's also valid.
Yeah, we know who
I
you're
got Bryce Young. No, I'm playing. I got.
no.
No, I got CJ Stroud.
I
Mm,
could see it. It's
You
they
can see it.
the voters love second year quarterbacks, and that's usually when if they're gonna have the season, that's when they have the season.
they may like the second year quarterback, but statistically, there's a second year drop off.
Yeah, well, I mean, all those quarterbacks who won it in their second year didn't drop off. They were against the statistics.
Yeah, well, they can. All right. All right.
Sorry, Sean, that was disrespectful.
I'll do the same thing though.
I think there's actually a lot of good options for MVP.
Yeah.
Because Josh Allen, we didn't even say his name,
Mhm.
but
If
they're
they get to the
a playoff
playoffs, I think
team.
he should be MVP.
Mhm.
he's got to be it. Patrick Mahomes.
I do think-
if they're a 2 or 3 seed, he has to like with what they have. Yes, they have Travis Kelce. But outside of that, there's not really a lot going on.
I mean, for the next 10 years, I think it's safe to say that like Mahomes is going to be in the conversation.
Yeah.
I think Lamar is going to be in the conversation. I think another sneaky player that we didn't mention too is Joe Burrow. I think he could get in there too.
I could see
Y'all
it.
think so?
He'll be in the discussion. I think he won't get it, but I think he'll be in the discussion. He could be.
I don't think he's going to get it either because his statistics, like he doesn't really have the rushing stats to match along with Lamar or even Mahomes. I mean, Mahomes just has like he's like the tape. Like, I mean, you see you saw in the preseason game, he threw the behind the back pass. Like that's like insane. And I just think CJ Stroud. I mean, we all saw my playoff predictions. I had the number 1 seed, so I kind of just have to go with that. But no, I think he's going to have a really good sophomore year.
I think the other
Sophomore
one,
season.
the only other person we haven't talked about yet is Christian McCaffrey. Like
Yeah.
if he has another year like last year, I think he should have been MVP last year probably, to be honest.
I agree.
Like he fully deserves. It's a quarterback's award. This is why they have offensive player of the year, which I think is really stupid. But I don't know. I think Christian McCaffrey is another sneaky one, especially if they lose Ayuk. If Ayuk is gone from the Niners, CMC. But that's a what if. Even with Ayuk, I think he's still in the conversation.
Yeah, It's tough. It's sad though because like if any year of him was going to win it, I thought it was last year because it was kind of like an off year for quarterbacks.
Mhm.
But and CMC had a great year, so but he still didn't get it. But he's definitely I feel like always someone in the conversation too. It's gonna be interesting to see like who's in it. But no, I think we got 3 good predictions. It's gonna be interesting to see who comes out on top. Y'all want to move on to offensive player of the year next?
Mhm.
All right, Sean, what you got?
I got Christian McCaffrey again.
I've also got Christian McCaffrey.
I also got Christian McCaffrey too.
I
mean,
have,
It's crazy to think like we have a consensus on offensive player of the year, but because he's a running back, we don't have him as MVP.
yeah, it's ridiculous. It's so no.
Yeah.
That pisses me
It's the same thing with the Heisman. Like
Mhm.
it's a quarterback award,
Mhm.
unless you do
Yeah.
something like so spectacular.
Yeah.
You do something spectacular, and the quarterbacks have an off year as well. Like
I mean,
No,
think about this year. So I'm higher than probably. I know Sean for sure. Maybe you, David. On
Yeah, I'm not high right now.
Oh my gosh. On Brock Purdy,
Higher.
I think I'm higher on both of you. But he was getting MVP talks
Probably.
over Christian McCaffrey. Like again, I think Brock Purdy's really good, but he does not
Mhm.
deserve MVP talks over Christian McCaffrey.
that just shows how much of a quarterback award it is.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's ridiculous.
Because Christian McCaffrey, or I mean, he's top 3 player in the NFL easily. And I think the only other player that I was debating for this as well was CD Lamb. I think he could have a huge year,
Not
but
even Tyreek.
I don't know. I mean, I know you're supposed to go off injury, but Tyreek Hill's getting older. He had a great season last year. He suffered with some injuries where I could just see it happening again. So, but no, I mean, I still ended up putting CMC down. But those are kind of just those are the other CD's the other guy I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Any other guys that y'all think about on y'all's radar?
You want to go, Sean, or you want you?
I mean, I don't really think it's like. I don't really think there's competition
Really?
Unless
unless he gets injured.
either CMC injury or unless Travis Kelce has like a resurgence year.
Hmm.
I could see that too. Like if Travis Kelce has
Fair.
like 1,500 yards, I could see that.
Honestly, it'd be pretty cool seeing a tight end win. Has a tight end did Gronkowski ever win?
No, I can look.
I don't know if he did. I don't know if he did.
I think he won like Super Bowl MVP, but I don't think he's ever won like a whole year
Okay.
award.
He also got injured most years too. I feel like.
None of them. Nope. No Titans ever won it. So never mind. I rescind my comment.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool though. I mean, if a tight end did win. But all right, let's go to defensive player of the year. I put Micah Parsons. I think he's due for a huge year. What do y'all put? What do y'all think?
Parsons as well. It's him or Miles.
Oh, really?
Garrett. I don't think it's close. Because the cornerback will never win it.
I think it's Max Crosby.
No, it's not. It's
What?
not.
Michael Parsons isn't even that good.
That is a whoa. What?
Bro, okay, you're just putting hot
He's a
takes.
system
Hot takes.
linebacker.
He just what?
He's a system linebacker.
That's
Dude, that is that. I thought that's just your answer for anybody you don't like.
Max Crosby, for the Raiders to be their top 10 defense, is going to have another
where
great
did
year.
the top 10 defense come from? Why?
It comes from their hard work, their work effort, their the will to live.
Don't get me wrong. Max Crosby's really good. Dexter Lawrence will win Defensive Player of the Year before Max Crosby does.
Who?
Dexter Lawrence.
Okay, I do disagree with that.
No, that's a joke. That's a joke. But
no, okay, that's crazy. I mean, Max Crosby's good, but he's on the Raiders. He's not going to win. Sorry.
Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett will do it before Max Crosby does. But I think Micah Parsons is due. He's going to have a monster year.
Yeah, I agree. I was also debating between T.J. Watt.
He's good. Like he's really good.
He's on the same level as Max Crosby.
T.J. Watt is better than Max Crosby.
T.J. Watt's probably better than Myles Garrett too.
No. That's a bad take.
It
Miles
probably goes
Garrett.
I don't know.
Miles Garrett was good enough last season that he was maybe not on my MVP card, but he was there. Like he was in the talk, like being MVP for me last season. Just the way he took over games last season. There's no other defensive player who did that.
But he also had like Zadarius Smith on the other side. I think what he has to work with on the Browns defensive line is a lot better than what TJ Watt has on the opposite side of him. Where I do think TJ Watt,
but I think even when Myles Garrett didn't have these things, he would still get consistently like a ton of pressures. TJ Watt doesn't get a lot of pressures. He finishes plays, like he gets like tackles for loss, sacks, like at a high rate, but he does not get pressures compared to people like Max Crosby and Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons. So that's why I'm a little bit lower in TJ Watt. It's a matter of what you value more. TJ Watt will have some crazy high impact play out of nowhere, make a guy fumble when they need it at the end of a game. But
that's fair. I mean, I think I don't think you can go wrong with either one of those takes. I mean, I think we're talking about like the top 5 guys overall, and then Sean's talking about Max Crosby. But no, Max Crosby, I mean, he'd get top 10. I think Max Crosby is like a great player. I just think from just being on the Raiders,
I think he's top 5 end. I think he's 5th.
I don't see them ever giving defensive player to a team that doesn't make the playoffs.
That's fair.
All right.
The
Raiders make the playoffs.
You didn't even put that in your predictions.
That wasn't on your bracket.
Because I just made it up.
All right. Let's do offensive rookie of the year. Matt, what you put?
Caleb Williams. This one's, I don't know. I'm kind of basic here.
That's what I put too. Caleb Williams.
I put Xavier Worthy.
Did you see the clip? Did you see the clip of him getting pressed in practice?
For Mahomes to win MVP, for them to make the playoffs.
To make the playoffs? Okay.
Xavier Worthy has to be the guy.
Did you see the video of him getting pressed in practice? That man got shoved into Cali from Kansas City.
I also watched him in preseason score a touchdown on a 43-yard pass.
Okay.
Practice don't mean nothing.
Okay.
I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be good, but I think you chose the wrong wide receiver if you're gonna pick a wide receiver. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is gonna be. They'll give offensive rookie of the year to a player that doesn't make the playoffs.
I'm looking at more impactful.
I think Marvin Harrison's gonna be like the only pass catcher besides Trey McBride that the Cardinals have. I think he's gonna get.
All right, keep thinking that. Saturday rolls around and we do our fantasy draft. Keep thinking that.
All right. I hope you draft Xavier Worthy in the first round.
You got a lot of tricks up it.
I'm so excited. I think next week we're talking about fantasy. That's gonna be good. Good. All right, defensive rookie of the year. What y'all got?
Lot two. First defensive player off the board, most NFL ready player in the draft. Outside, unless it's Quinion Mitchell. That's between the two of them for me.
You guys are gonna hate me.
What do you put, Sean?
I'm going for the defensive lineman Byron Murphy for the Seahawks.
I don't hate that. I think Byron Murphy's a dog.
This backs up my top 10 Seattle defense.
No. No.
That one player.
No.
I don't think that's a bad take. Y'all might not like my take, but my defensive rookie of the year, I had Jared Verse on the Rams. He's kind of taken up. I mean, I think at one point he was like a top 5. He was drafted like one of the top picks in the draft.
If you're about to say a statement, he's taking over for Aaron Donald, don't say that statement.
He's taking over for Aaron Donald. But I mean, I'm playing. I wasn't going to say that. Okay. But no. But now they do have. I think if Aaron Donald was there, I think he would do a lot better. Obviously, having that as like a mentor, and also Aaron Donald is going to get triple teamed while he gets single team or whatever. But
Kobe Turner will take some heat off of Jared Verse.
Yeah, so I think he's going to be good. I was also thinking about Latu as well. Like you said, NFL player ready. He would have been top 10 if there wasn't the injury concerns.
He would have been top 3, or I guess with the quarterbacks, he would have been top 5. But yeah.
Yeah.
I think also Nate Wiggins could be like the sleeper.
He was following the corners early in preseason. I don't know.
He's on the Ravens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's already a good system. Even though I know they lost Mike McDonald, but I feel like the defense
It
won't
stays
fall
with-
off that drastically. And like during practice and preseason, he's been pretty good.
Who's the other corner opposite him
And on what team? The Ravens?
on the Ravens? Yeah.
Oh, I should know this.
Isn't Patrick Quinn the safety?
No, that's a linebacker.
Is he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they got Patrick Queen and Rick
Oh,
Wilson.
he's on the Steelers now. Never mind.
Yes, he is on the Steelers now.
Oh wait, yeah.
Where's
Let me look it up real quick.
CB? Marlon Humphrey.
Oh,
And then
Yeah,
they also have what's his face? This Kyle Hamilton at strong safety. He's a monster.
Oh yeah, that's
Kyle Hamilton's a beast.
Yeah.
he's-
I remember when he ran
He's
he ran a 4.6 for his combine. Everyone thought he was gonna be bad, and then he came in and was just an absolute monster in the NFL.
Yeah, he's insane. Their defense is.
him on Twitter is also interesting.
I've not seen that.
All right, what awards we got left? We got Coach of the Year, Assistant Coach. Let's do the last player award. Let's do Comeback Player of the Year.
Yeah.
I put Aaron Rodgers for the Jets.
I mean, there's only two players: Nick Chubb or Aaron Rodgers. It's going to
Yeah.
depend. It's going to depend upon when Nick Chubb gets back.
I don't think it's two players.
You
Actually,
think it's
I would
just
say
Aaron
two
Rodgers?
players. No, I'd say Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins.
No, I guess that's fair. If Kirk Cousins takes the Falcons to a 2 seed, that's fair.
Exactly. I do think Aaron Rodgers, just having the name, is probably going to get it. Because I do honestly think that has a lot to do with it, low key. But no, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to get it. Sean, what did you put? You put Aaron Rodgers?
I put Aaron Rodgers.
Sick. All right. Now we got Coach of the Year. Coming up on our last two awards. Coach of the Year. Who'd y'all put?
I could not make up my mind on this.
Interesting.
I have two. I've
Two,
got
okay.
Mike McDaniels or D'Amico Ryan. I could not pick. Even though I guess with my playoff picks, Mike McDaniels doesn't make sense. But I don't know. He's so good. He is phenomenal.
Is he the Dolphins head coach?
No, I don't hate either one of those. I put D'Amico Ryan instead.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, I think they're gonna make it to the 1 seed. I think he's a great coach. Their defense only got better, so I put D'Amico Ryans out. Sean,
I put Matt LaFleur.
Yeah.
interesting.
I think it's a young team. I mean, they played well last year, but if they make the playoffs again, especially as a 4 seed, that kind of just solidifies. He knows what he's doing.
That's fair. I mean, if they're able to do what they did for the last 8 weeks of the season last year, and replicate that for the whole year, I could see that happening for sure. So I honestly, I think those are all. That's the most up in the air one every year. I think you can predict it, but it could just end up being somebody random. Last year, Kevin Stefanski went for the Browns, but okay. Last award, Assistant Coach of the Year. I like how we did this too. Sean, what did you put for Assistant Coach of the Year?
I went 49ers defensive coordinator, Nick Sorensen.
Wow, that's bold.
Oh, what?
I don't know. I just I don't know. I could see it, but that team is so stacked and full of talent. I don't know but I guess you could say the same thing about the Browns defense last year, and Jim Schwartz won it. So yeah, I think it's a good pick. It's a name that's not as known as some of the other assistant coaches.
I never heard of that name. I'm not gonna lie.
I
But I think-
think
I mean-
Google.
Oh, so what did you just
Shout
think the 49ers defensive assistant was going to win? You just figured out who it was. Is that what happened here?
Maybe.
That's crazy. I put Ben Johnson for the Lions offensive coordinator. I mean, he was really good last.
Hot take:
Hmm?
He should have taken a starting or head coach job last year.
He should have. I think he's
Because
good enough
not
to be a
gonna
head
get the
coach.
same offer he's going to get after this year.
Well, that's just it. I think the reason why he came back is because he thinks he can win a Super Bowl and do better with the Lions, and I think he's going to prove that to people. I think that's why he's going to get the coordinator of the year. I mean, their offense is insane, very good. Jahmyr Gibbs, second year, and everybody else. That's why I have them winning.
Mhm.
Matt, what'd you put?
I also had Ben Johnson. Yep. I mean,
Oh,
he was,
okay.
a basic answer.
Yeah.
I had a couple others. I mean, depending on how that, what is it, the Ravens, the new defensive coordinator there, if he comes and fills in for Mike
Mike Orr.
McDonald, what's it?
Mike Orr.
Wait, is it actually Mike Orr? Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Is he any good?
I don't think he's coached before. Maybe. Or
Or
like
maybe not then.
maybe he's been like a linebacker coach or something. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I had a couple, but Ben Johnson's my big one. He's the name that pops out. He's that good. Or it could be oh my gosh, the Texans offensive coordinator. I'm blanking on his name now. He's really good.
That era's name.
Is it the Texans?
Texans offensive coordinator. Yeah. I can't believe I'm blanking on this.
Bobby Slowick.
Yeah, Bobby Slowick.
Oh, never
He's
mind.
really good. Like he is phenomenal.
The Ravens defense coordinator is Zach Orr.
He's the youngest. He's the second youngest coordinator.
Yeah, my Bobby Slowick's a dog.
First time play caller. No,
So-
that's like I said. If the Texans go all the way,
Mhm.
I can see that happening too. See Stroud wins MVP. Cool.
So
All right, guys. Anything? I think that's all for episode 2. It's a long episode, about hour 20, but I mean, full of good content. I think next week's gonna be fun. I'm excited. That'll be after our fantasy football draft, so we'll be able to like compare our teams, see our thoughts, talk fantasy strategies, and more, of course. But yeah, that's all we got. Thank y'all for tuning in, and like always, keep standing on sports.
Yeah, that's